What up, everybody? It's Joe from Complex. We're in Miami at Kith with All-Pro wide receiver and NFL legend, Chad Johnson.
I want these because it represents me being f***ing rich.
Gonna do some sneaker shopping tonight. Gonna see what he's feeling, what he's not, and then hopefully he's gonna buy some sneakers.
I'm gonna buy some sneakers. I promise.
Let's go. So Chad, we're shooting on Michael Jordan's birthday. Only right that we start at Jordan's. How big are you into Jordans?
You know what? I remember being in high school. I was a huge Jordan fan. I was like most of the young kids. Whatever's coming out, I had to have it. They had to get in line. But you know, as of late, and it's been years, really since high school, and I graduated in '96, and I haven't really worn a pair of Jordans. The only thing I continue to wear is ones. Most definitely, this is probably be the only shoe that I will get up, order, go online, you know, do whatever I need to do to get a pair. You know, something about the Jordan ones that I really enjoy.
And you said in high school you had to have them all. How were you getting the shoes?
I was working. Actually,
Really?
I was working at McDonald's back then.
Wow.
So whenever I would get a check where I would have to save up, I would have my Jordans.
Nowadays, we see a lot of wide receivers with custom cleats week to week. Do you wish that was around in the heyday for you?
You know what? I did it myself. If you can remember, I got in trouble for customizing my cleats. I just paid for the fine.
Yeah.
I really didn't care.
Who do you see now that brings a flair to the game that you could, you know, remind you of yourself, I would say?
Odell.
Yeah.
Odell and Antonio Brown.
Yeah.
They have the flair, whoever's doing their cleats, the designs, and the vision that they have where everything is somewhat, you know, it has a theme, orientation to it, you know, each game, depending on what's going on. It's pretty dope. But the fact that I went one step further is I actually wore them in the game.
Yeah.
They're just wearing them in pregame and then taking them off. I'm taking that fine.
So even today, if you had to wear with
You
all
know,
the custom
I
cleats, you
wouldn't
take
even be able to play in today's game. They would have thrown me out the league.
Really?
There's no way I was following these damn rules.
Was there ever an athlete shoe that came out that you thought was just hideous?
Am I allowed to say that?
You're allowed to, if you want.
Probably when Steph Curry all white low top shoe came out,
Yeah.
you know, based on the type of player he is, you know, everything has to flow, you know? Everything has to flow, and that didn't flow with who he was at the time and still is.
Yeah.
It looked
Social
like-
media had a field day with
oh,
those.
Oh yeah, they did all white. It looked like, you know, the whole orthopedic
Yes.
theme to it, but it just didn't match up with who he was.
He
you
was,
know?
right. You said you're a big fan of Adidas. What are some of your favorite models?
Dude, really all of them. Based on what you're wearing, I love the NMDs. They have a multitude of styles and colors. Extremely, extremely, extremely comfortable, man. Of course, when the Ultra Boost dropped, that was another one of my favorites. One that I use for training most of the time, you know. And the Stan Smiths, where can you go wrong? What I really like, you have your original Stan Smiths, they have the velvet, they have the leather, but the prime knits are definitely my go-to. You know, I have most of them in all the colors, and they're extremely comfortable. Adidas is killing the game right now, as far as I'm concerned. I don't care what you think, where I'm at, 1 or 2, well, whatever, yeah.
One thing I wanted to ask about the Air Mags. You dropped $8,000 on them.
You remember that?
Yeah.
That was ridiculous.
Do you still have them?
I do.
You do.
I do.
Do you regret any sneaker purchases?
I do not.
No.
You can't live life with regrets. So you think of ways, if you spend 8, you think of ways to make that 8 back.
Yeah.
That's it. That's my mentality.
I like that.
I don't do that anymore.
No.
I don't do no. I don't
Yeah,
spend
was
like
it
that
Team
anymore.
Frugal or something?
Yeah, Team Frugal. I'm cheap as f.
Yeah.
Can I curse?
You'll beep it out.
For real?
but-
I mean, Black History Month. Give me a break.
Chad, something that we reported on even at Complex is that you bought Pork Chop, a homeless man, a fresh pair of Jordan 5s, the grapes.
Poor dude, I talked to him today.
Really?
Yeah, man, he's in New Orleans.
Wow.
You know, it was an individual that I knew would appreciate what I was doing. You know, aside from someone who's able to afford them. You know, he's homeless, and I did what I could to the best of my abilities to help him out. You know, the only thing I couldn't do was get housing.
Yeah.
You know, it's only so much I can do. So, you know, I cleaned him up, got him a haircut, got him nice clothes, got him nice shoes. If I was a Mayweather or had LeBron's money, I would have bought him a place and got him a job, did the whole 9 yards.
Chad, one thing I noticed is that you're a big fan of Kurt Cobain's style. When did that come about? Have you always been like a Nirvana fan or recently?
I don't want to say recent, but it happened sometime, you know, in college where I started to appreciate all genres of music.
We see clothing lines that mimic his style. How forward do you think Kurt Cobain was?
Very, extremely forward. He had a style of his own. I like to call it a style of not caring.
Yeah.
A sense of freedom, you know, if you might call it that.
Nike and Adidas are always going back and forth each other in terms of popularity. How do you feel about Vans?
Vans are right up there with them.
Yeah.
Vans are right up there with them. There's some people who strictly only wear Vans, you know, those that are more simplistic with their style. Vans have always been, you know, top dollar without having to pay the heavy money, you know?
So Chad, talked about everything, Jordans, Air Mags, Adidas. Now it's the easy part. You get to browse the shelves and see what you're feeling.
I like it.
What size do you need?
10 or 10 and a half. More so 10 and a half. New Balance. I want these because it represents me being rich.
No doubt.
Thank you.
All set. Have a good night.
I love you too.
Love you. See you.
So, as you guys can see, Chad came through, got 5 pairs of sneakers. Thanks for coming through, man.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Make sure everyone challenges him in FIFA online.
You know what? If you can beat me, I'd rather show up to your place so I can see the agony of defeat on your face. If you do happen to win, I'll treat you to Kith. Any shoe you want. I don't care how much it is. Okay? Cool.